I got into hurling when I initially moved from gymnastics in 2013 to athletics, and I started off doing multi-events. So I did long jump, high jump, hurdles, shot put and 800 metres, and I ended up finding I really enjoyed the hurdles. So I did the shorter hurdles for a couple of years and then realised sort of my strengths lie in the 400 metre hurdles, so gradually made the transition from the sprint hurdles onto the longer hurdles. My dad's done every sport going, he used to play football quite a lot and he was very good at that. My brother's done county cricket as well. Like I say, before I used to do athletics, I also was a national gymnast, so I've been sporting since 5 or 6 years old, so already a long career. When I initially started athletics, I did the 2 days of gymnastics and 2 days of athletics, and then when I sort of realised I'd had more potential in it, for athletic gymnastics I was quite old, so I decided to concentrate more on my athletics. I started training 3-4 times a week, and then like I say, decided to move from the multi-events when I realised my strength lay in the hurdling, and that's sort of when I started becoming national champion, getting national medals, and then eventually getting into my first international competition. England Athletics set a qualifying time for all the different events and qualifying distances for the throws, and then lay on different events. So I had about 5 opportunities to run the time, which for me was 53.5 seconds. I managed to run the time twice on my attempts, with my quickest being 52.95, and then I think it was the end of June, about a month or so before we'd fly out to the Bahamas, we found out whether we made the team. So we got a phone call and it was either a yes or no sort of scenario, but luckily for me I got the yes, and which was quite a shock because lots of people got the standard and there was only 25 people, and for them to put trust in someone that hadn't actually been to an international competition before was a really nice feeling. To get a silver medal was completely sort of out of the question. I came into the competition ranked 6th, and like I just mentioned, never doing an international competition before, so when I went there I ended up running a 0.95 PB and getting the silver, which was a shock to the whole team there, me and my family at home. It was beyond our expectations. We initially set out just to make the final, so to get a medal was sort of the icing on the cake. I know Jasmine Sawyers obviously from competing at Stoke, and then there's other athletes around my age. There's someone called Neve Emerson who's going, who I know of, I've never personally met, but it's nice to sort of see that younger athletes are going as well, because for my aim, when Commonwealths are in Birmingham in 2022, it's sort of going to be my only opportunity at home games. So I just sort of really like the opportunity to go and compete there. And at 22 years of age, I'm still quite a young athlete, but to see athletes getting picked at 19, 20 sort of gives me confidence that I can be doing that myself. I just try and keep my work on top of it. I do like to dedicate myself to training a lot. I go to Loughborough every Saturday, so I sort of instantly lose from 9 to 1 every Saturday. So it's just making sure I get the work done when I initially have it and not letting too much get on top of me, because then it also puts stress on me, which not only damages my education, but it also damages my running, which I don't want either to suffer. For the rest of this year, it'll be to get the grades I need to go to Loughborough and continue to train there, but obviously as a full student and athlete, but full-time training at Loughborough. The aim for this year is hopefully to make the world junior team in Finland, and then within my career as an under-20, next year go to the European juniors and hopefully try a medal like I did at the Commonwealths this year. And then, as I say, really far into the future, Commonwealths, Olympics, World Championships is definitely what I'd like.